What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here, ladies and gentlemen. Severe weather season is really starting to ramp up. We have 3 days of severe weather in a row that are going on. Here's for today, we have an enhanced risk for parts of Texas and Oklahoma. For tomorrow, we have an enhanced risk for parts of the Midwest. And for day 3, we have a slight risk for what's left in Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, including St. Louis, which is right in the middle smack right there. And for the day 4 to 8 date outlook, it's once again predictability too low, but we'll have to wait and see what goes on there. But we're going to go ahead and start with tonight because that's what we got first on the calendar. We have an enhanced risk issued for parts of Texas and Oklahoma. It's mostly a wind and hail-driven threat. The wind risk is 30% hatched, as you can see right here, with a 30%, which means there's a 30% probability of wind gusts of 65 knots or 75 mile per hour winds happening within 25 miles to a point. And also there's part of the 15 hatched right there, which is the same thing, but 15% risk of that. 30% hail risk right here, and that means we have a 30% risk of 2-inch hail happening within 25 miles of a point right there. And this is expected to be happening tonight. We've been keeping an eye on the radar. So far, no storms have fired up, but we do have the timing of when this is going to start. We have the HRRR model pulled up right here. We're going to show you the simulated reflectivity of that. As you can see, starting around 3 to 5 o'clock or so, like around 4 or 5, we're going to start seeing storms firing up in parts of Texas, west central Texas over here. Boom, boom, boom. These start to develop hail cores over here. And it eventually develops into the squall line by 10 p.m., moves through DFW, bringing damaging winds and large hail, and it starts to dissipate by around morning time tomorrow right here. Next threat we're going to go ahead and take a look at is the one that I've been paying most attention to, actually. This risk right here, primarily because there is a 5% tornado risk, yes, but there is some soundings that are going on that I've been looking at that are rather concerning to me, as well as some of the models that we will show you. We have a, once again, wind and hail driven risk right there, although the tornado risk has been increased from today, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. We're going to go ahead and show you the simulated reflectivity from the HRRR for that area over there. Let's go ahead and pop that out. This is tomorrow morning. It looks like storms, according to the latest from the HRRR, start firing up around 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They start off as pretty discreet for a few hours, but by around 10 o'clock at night, they start developing into more of a squall line. And they start heading towards St. Louis in the morning, which is what that slight risk is all about right there as it moves through and kind of starts weakening off into Kentucky right there. But yeah, we're looking at very large hail, damaging winds, and some tornadoes with this. And we're going to go ahead and next show you some stuff that I absolutely need to share with you. We have the supercell composite right here for the HRRR, and we're also going to show you the wrap supercell composite right here. Take a look at this. The supercell composite for the HRRR is at 18 for tomorrow, which that's most likely going to enhance a lot of stuff that's going to be firing up right there. Sig-Tor parameter for the HRRR is really not that great right there. It's around like 1 to 2 or so, according to the HRRR. The wrap model, though, is a bit more interesting if we take a look at that right there. The wrap has things interestingly more aggressive. It's actually going a little bit higher with that. That supercell composite's around the same, around 19 out of 35. But if you take a look at the Sig-Tor parameter for the wrap model, it's significantly higher than it is the HRRR. We're already at 5.5 over here, 4.7, and it actually increases as time continues to go on. We're already looking at levels of 7.1 Sig-Tor parameter in southwestern Iowa, and we have some soundings that we need to show you from that. And this was taken in that area right there. We have a tornado right here, 20 knots of wind shear at 1 kilometer. The SRH is cracking 300 at 3 kilometers, 38 knots at 3 kilometers as well, and 6 kilometers is 55 knots of wind shear right there. So definitely an interesting situation going on. We also have 3,700 joules per kilogram of CAPE. So the hail is going to be mostly the big threat. There's a little bit too much CAPE for really that big of tornado stuff going on, but I wouldn't rule out a significant tornado or two happening across the area. And as we continue into the night, according to the wrap, we're still seeing those areas right there cracking once again around 7 or so in parts of Missouri over here. So definitely an interesting situation. We actually have a sounding out of northwestern Missouri over here. And once again, it's a tornado. Not nearly as much directional shear as in Iowa. It's more speed shear, and it's 37, 36, 43 knots at 136 kilometers respectively. Capes, once again, around 3,000, around 3,900. So definitely an interesting situation going on with that. So what I'm thinking here is that hail, like early on, is going to be the biggest tornado threat for these areas and parts of Iowa, Missouri, Illinois. But as we move into the overnight hours, it's going to mostly be a hail and wind-driven threat, primarily as it develops into that squall line that moves through Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, into Kentucky into the morning. So definitely a very interesting situation that is going on. One last thing I want to go ahead and show you before we wrap this up is the dew points, because that's going to be key, especially in these areas. Take a look at this. These dew points are consistently cracking 70 in a lot of these areas in parts of southern Iowa, Missouri, Illinois over here. Absolutely ridiculous. That's going to be fuel for thunderstorms to develop. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the dew points for tonight into Texas. Oh, yeah, there is absolutely a lot of humidity to fire these storms up. There's that dry line over there. But anything east of that is open season right there. We're looking at low to mid 70s dew points in a lot of that enhanced risk area. Yeah, that's absolutely going to fuel those thunderstorms moving into that area. And we'll continue to keep an eye on it. And if you have any information that you want to present to us or real-time storm reports, feel free to join the Discord server. Link is in the description down below. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps us out and helps us make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. But with that being said, have a wonderful day, guys. Stay safe.